Hi, I'm Karen Bellamy and I'd like to welcome you to Step by Step Digital Scrapbook. This site will help you to understand what digital scrapbooking is all about, even if you've never come across it before. And once you've seen how you can transform your photos into fantastic artworks that you can share with your family and your friends, I know you're going to want to give it a try. But before you explore the site further, I'd like to take a couple of minutes to share my own scrapbooking journey with you. Back in 2000, I went along to a creative memories party at my sister's house. I'd like to tell you that I had a revelation there and became an avid scrapbooker, but that's not what happened at all. It was a fun afternoon, hanging out with a bunch of friends, but the scrapbooking did nothing for me. Sorry if you're a creative memories fan, but back in 2000, it all seemed too stylized and uninteresting to me. Now let's fast forward to January 2005. I was visiting with some friends and somehow the subject of scrapbooking had come up. I still wasn't interested in it, but my friend Jules handed me a Scrapbook Creations magazine that she'd picked up. Well, that was it. I was so blown away by the fantastic layouts on display there. Also very different from my memories of my earlier scrapbooking class. I couldn't put the magazine down, and in the end she gave it to me to take home. My first scrapbook album was a themed one about a 2-week vacation I had spent driving around the chateaux and vineyards of France. I'd kept a diary and a bunch of memorabilia as well as a bucket load of photos, and I was really looking for a way to be able to view all of my vacation stuff all together and be able to relive the total experience. So I bought some cardstock, a glue stick and a paper cutter and started printing out my photos and putting together my first scrapbook album. I copied chunks of my travel diary for the journaling, and my embellishments were very simple, but I was so pleased with how the final album turned out. I couldn't believe I'd managed to produce something like that by myself. I still browse through that album regularly, and when I look at it now, I still feel good about it, even though I've come a long way in my scrapbooking style since then. After that, there was no stopping me. I started an album about my daughter's life, and of course that's an ongoing work in progress, and other vacation albums, as well as any special family event or photo that took my fancy. I started to be more adventurous with colours and patterns and styles. And then I also started to get frustrated when I was making a scrapbook layout and I didn't have just the right coloured paper or ribbon, or when the paper that I thought would be perfect somehow didn't look so good with the rest of my elements. Not being someone who can easily visualise the end state of a layout, I tend to work by trying different things out. And this can be quite expensive as well as frustrating when you just can't seem to get all the pieces to work together. And then I discovered digital scrapbooking. I stumbled across a digital scrapbooking site on the internet and discovered that I can create even more exciting scrapbook layouts on my computer. And the frustration of getting elements to color coordinate, it's no longer a problem. With my Photoshop Elements software, that's my particular choice of digital scrapbooking software, I can easily change the colour of whatever papers and embellishments I want to use and make them coordinate with each other. Plus, I get to use my digital scrapbooking kits over and over again. And because I can easily change the size and colour of my elements, all my layouts look different and it doesn't look like I'm using the same kits over and over again. And anyway, the internet abounds with digital scrapbooking freebies, so that makes digital scrapbooking much less expensive than paper scrapbooking in the long run. But do you know what I love the most? I love that I can start and stop projects instantly. I love that there's no setting up and no clearing away each time I want to do some scrapbooking, so I can fit it into whatever time available I get. And with a laptop, I can even scrapbook whilst I watch my favourite TV shows. After all, I am a multitasking female. I even combine a bit of paper and digital scrapbooking together to make hybrid scrapbook layouts. just so I can still get a bit of a tactile fix. Look, I have to say that stepping up to digital scrapbooking was the best thing that has happened to my creativity. So if you've been wondering about giving it a try, I can only say go for it. And I can give you a hand to get started too. Just check out all the free getting started information here at www.stepbystepdigitalscrapbook.com. You'll find everything you need to know, as well as videos, so that you can see how easy it is to get started yourself. I'll even give you some personal step-by-step coaching if you want. Once you see what you can create with digital scrapbooking, you'll never look back.